We are talking about low back pain and the things that you can do at home. We want to go over a quick assessment because one of the biggest things that we get asked from people is how bad is it? What can I do? What should I stay away from? We're going to go through 3 movements here real quick to judge what you have going on and whether or not you need to seek immediate care or at least try to manage it at home a little bit. We'll have some videos for that later. I'm Dr. Reheisse from Revive Sport and Spine. This is our wonderful athletic trainer, Janae. She's going to demonstrate the movements and I'm going to talk through what we're looking for. So the first test we want to have you do at home is just a general toe touch. So she's just going to bend over, try to touch your toes, get as close as you can. Don't worry about whether or not you can get there. That's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is, are you feeling the pain more here in the back or are you feeling the pain coming down the legs when you do this? If you're feeling it in the legs, then we want to move on to the second part where we bend one of our legs and go for our toes again like she's going to do here. And then come back up and do that on the other side. What we're looking for is which side's tighter. If I keep my right leg straight and bend my left leg and I can't get down very far, but I can get all the way down the other way, then that's the one that we're probably having difficulty with, and that's where more of the problem lies, and that's where we want to spend most of our attention. So that's our first test, just a general toe touch. Our second test is going to be similar to the first one. We're just taking gravity out of the equation this time. So Janae's laying here on her back. We're going to have her pull both of her knees to her chest. And what we're looking for is, does this cause pain or does this cause relief? The second thing we want to look at with this though is if you notice, she's not necessarily pulling towards her head where that rounds your low back. She's actually pulling down towards her navel and trying to get that low back to stretch out and spread out, and that will typically bring relief for most people. Same thing with that other test. We can do this one leg at a time. So she can just pull her right leg up, see if there's any pain or relief with that, and then do the same thing with the left leg. But we're taking gravity out. For most people, this is a little bit more palliative, making everything feel better. This is a good stretch for, I'd say, 90+% of people that are having some low back pain. So you can get down on the floor, try this test, but if it feels good, you can keep doing this one. All right, our third test is going to be the prone press up. This is part of the McKenzie protocol, but this is going to look at the low back, very low here, and whether or not we can get a good stretch and get into that extension pattern that is difficult for most people. So Janae's gonna demonstrate that right now. She's gonna press up with her arms, try to keep her hips down on the table and get a lot of bend here right in the low back. If this is comfortable for you or brings relief, then you can continue to do those. And she's gonna do 5 or 6 of those now while we're talking about it. But what we see is the more we do of these, the more mobility you gain in your low back, the more comfortable it becomes. Another thing that's very important about this is people that tend to have radiating pain down the legs. This movement can start bringing that pain back up to where we'd rather you have more discomfort in the low back or in the glutes as opposed to having something that's radiating down towards your knee. So if you find that you're doing these and this pain comes from the calf to the hamstrings to the glutes, that's a good prognosis and you want to continue doing that. But again, this is a simple test that you can do on the floor. If it's a comfortable exercise and you find you're getting more mobility through the low back and finding some comfort with this, you can do 5 or 10 of these every 20, 30 minutes as long as they're bringing you comfort. So those are 3 tests that we do here in the office to help figure out what's actually going on with the low back. But most of these are great stretches for people, things that you can do at home, and you can self-analyze what's going on. With any of these, if they cause you a lot of pain, that's when you call us, that's when we help you out and we help direct you a little bit more on the rehab side of things. But try these out and let us know if you have any questions or concerns. We'll be happy to answer those for you.